All right. Well, let's talk about Miami Buffalo and we'll choose Foxhole because
Yeah.
I know everything you're saying about Miami is true, in that the wise guys are going to be on the Dolphins
Yeah.
at +3, and that the Dolphins at home are a different team. And the last time the Dolphins and Bills played in Miami, I think the Dolphins won. That was to start the season in 2022. I think there's a lot of bad juju with the Dolphins right now. Their defense is injured. They're missing some of their best players. The Tyreek Hill situation, emotionally, a huge fire at his house, that is a scary thing because some of his family was home. He's playing injured. Jalen Waddle has been playing injured. There's a lot of issues here. The Buffalo Bills might be the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, that's the fear though. The Bills should easily roll. Like this just feels like a game they should dominate, especially coming off such a bad game last week. I can't see them having back-to-back such poor weeks. This Bills team, it's crazy right now. If you look, they have the third best Super Bowl odds, but they might not make the playoffs. Like that's
Right.
I feel like the perfect summary for this Bills team where they could be the 2 seed or the out of the playoffs. And Josh Allen not making the Pro Bowl, bizarre. Like I don't want to obviously I would love for it to happen, but if you're someone like me who bet him for MVP, it's not dead. Like I know everyone thinks Lamar has won it and it's locked up, but people are huge into numbers and stats. And when you put their stats on paper next to each other, it's like Lamar has had a great season, but it's not comparable to someone like Josh Allen, who has what, 15 rushing touchdowns. He's one away from tying OJ's record for most rushing touchdowns in Bills history. He's just had such an incredible year. What's killed him is the turnovers, and that's why maybe he didn't make the Pro Bowl because of all the turnovers. But
Yeah.
someone that's betting him MVP, the scenario is there. If we get a game that's close and he can rush for 2 touchdowns, break OJ's record, throw for 3 touchdowns, and one of them's a game-winning drive, I think he could still steal this MVP. Like you'll have the 2 seed at that point. It would be an incredible story. This team has won whatever it was, 5 or 6 straight to end the season to get them into the playoffs. Like we just said it, they couldn't afford to lose a game down the stretch here. Their last loss was a fluky loss to that Eagles team, and they've just been a juggernaut down here. Like even against that Patriots game, they played so bad, so sloppy. They won. Like that's just a team that knows how to win these really close, ugly games, and that's why the Bills are the third best odds to win the Super Bowl. It's like even though Josh Allen's never done it and he keeps falling short in the playoffs, I still have more faith in him than I do in Lamar, especially at that price point. Like I'd rather pay the number on the Bills than I would at Lamar at his price point for the Super Bowl. So um, it's a long-winded answer to say I love the Bills here. I love them so much. I love them at this number. It just doesn't feel like this is going to be a close one where like maybe that's my own issue where it's like all the games the Bills play are close. They don't really blow teams out this year just because they've had the turnovers from Josh Allen and everything like that. But see, I just said it. I don't think enough's being priced into the injuries to Miami's offense and injuries to Miami's defense. They're just not the same team they were even 5 weeks ago from all these injuries they've had. So, man, I can't believe I'm doing it because it's so chalky, but I love the Bills in this spot.
Well, that's why I didn't pull the trigger on Denver as the foxhole, because I feel like, knowing what we know about where the professionals lean right now, even though Buffalo is chalky, if we're talking about foxhole against the professionals,
Yeah.
Buffalo feels like the foxhole.
All right, let's make it the Foxhole, brother.